अस्सलाम वालेकुम गाइस। कैसे हैं सब? उम्मीद है खैरियत से होंगे। आज हम जी शुरू करने लगे हैं मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ। मुस्लिम पर्सनल लॉ का जो पहला क्वेश्चन है हमारा वो है जी, सोर्सेज ऑफ इस्लामिक लॉ। चलें जी स्टार्ट करते हैं। इस्लाम इज़ द कंप्लीट code of life. It gives guidance in all walk of life. Under Islamic law, the term law include the moral law and legal enactments. According to Islam, ultimate source of any authority is God alone. Meaning and definition of Islamic law. Different terms are used for Islamic law as Muhammadan law, Muslim law, Islamic jurisprudence, fiqh and Shariat are also used for Islamic jurisprudence. Meaning of fiqh is understanding of or knowledge. Imam Abu Hanifa, fiqh is knowledge of what is for a man is man's self and what is against a man's self. Imam Malik, science of commands of the Shariat in particular matters deduced by the application of process of reasoning. Distinguished future of Islamic law following. It is based on religion. It is based on concept of fiqh. It is based on ilmul yaqeen. Islamic law is law of unity and diversity. Islamic law consists of mandatory and recommendatory commands. Islamic law is the totality of Allah's commandments. Islamic law is derived and deduced from Quran and Sunnah. Islamic jurisprudence or law is simple and also scientific. It is comprehensive for Islamic countries, for Muslims. Sources of Islamic law उनमें है जी पहला कुरान, फिर सुन्नत, उसके बाद इजमा, फिर कियास, उसके बाद है जी नस, उसके बाद है जी मुसल्लम मुरसला, उसके बाद है जी इस्तिसान, उसके बाद है जी इज्तिहाद, उसके बाद है जी इस्तदलाल, उसके बाद है जी तकलीद। चलें इनको वन बाय वन डिफाइन करते हैं थोड़ा थोड़ा। Quran is the first and primary source of law. Quran is not a legal code in the modern sense. The legislative part of Quran is the model illustration for future legislation and does not constitute a legal code by himself. उसके बाद है जी सुन्ना। Sunnah, second source of Islamic law is Sunnah. The Sunnah is closely linked with Quran. It comprises all word counsels of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, action, words, and daily practices of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Silence implying a approbation is part of any individual act committed by his disciplines. Ijma is an important source of law. It is the agreement of the jurist among the followers of Muhammad, peace be upon him, in a particular age on a particular question. Qiyas is an extension of law from the original text to which the process is applied to a particular case by means of common which cannot be ascertained merely by interpretation of the language of the text. उसके बाद है जी नास्क. Nask is also secondary source of Islamic law. It is text of Quran and tradition which have either been totally abrogated or their application limited or modified by the subsequent text. उसके बाद है जी इज्तिहाद. Ijtihad is one of the dependent source of Islamic law. If a matter is not resolved expressly in Quran and Sunnah and by way of ijma, the jurist must not leave the matter unresolved. Rather, he should strive hard to find out the solution under the light of Quran and Sunnah. Istihsan means preference of one over another, considering the former good. उसके बाद है जी इस्तदलाल. Istidlal means interfering from a thing. It is the name for a distinct method of jurist rationalizations not falling within the scope of interpretation or analogy. उसके बाद है जी तकलीद. तकलीद negotiate the concept of ijtihad and in fact it is just reveals of it. Taqleed means to follow the opinions of learned. It is the discussion on the historical development of Islamic jurisprudence. Conclusion: we can say that the Quran is the basic and primary source of Islamic law. The basic sources of Islamic law are Quran and Sunnah. Their authority is unchanged in all the times. Qiyas and Ijma are considered to be an authoritative source of law, being subservient to the Quran and Sunnah. All the sources have importance in Islamic jurisprudence and law making. मतलब ये है कि इस्लामी शरीयत के मुताबिक कानून बनाने के लिए सबसे पहला ज़रिया कुरान पाक है और उसके बाद दूसरा ज़रिया सुन्नत है. अगर उन दोनों में ना मिले तो उसके बाद है जी इजमा. अगर उसमें भी उसका सलूशन ना मिले तो उसके बाद है जी कियास. अगर कियास में भी उसका सलूशन ना मिले तो उसके बाद है जी नास्क. अगर नास्क में भी ना मिले तो उसके बाद है जी इत्तिहाद. अगर इत्तिहाद में भी ना मिले तो उसके बाद है जी इस्तिहसान. और अगर इस्तिहसान से भी इसकी रहनुमाई ना मिले तो इसमें है इस्तदलाल. और ये है इन द लाइट ऑफ कुरान एंड सुन्ना. थैंक यू. आज का लेक्चर ख़त्म हुआ.